Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your March 2020 Creativity Tarot reading. My name is Kayleigh Jean, and welcome to my channel. I record these readings for artists, entrepreneurs, creatives, anybody who's working on their personal growth, self-expression, or spirituality in any way. So if any of those areas of life are intriguing to you right now, I encourage you to go ahead and keep watching. And I want to also really quickly say you can use these readings for your sun, moon, or your rising sign. So go ahead and check all three. Also keep in mind it's normal if they don't resonate or they just don't resonate at first. But if you check back with the video at the end of the month, you could very well see some interesting correlations. Scorpio, I had such a powerful meditation for you. I feel like March is a really powerful month for Scorpios, and I'll tell you why. While I was tuning in, I was given, like, first of all, nothing for a little while, and so I was just kind of waiting. And then all of a sudden, I just see this really powerful lion face, and it just opens its mouth and just roars like super loud, and it was really kind of jolting. It impacted me. I feel this meditation did, and the message that I was getting from this as I was sort of unpacking the feelings and the sensations that came with this is that right now the message that you need to hear, Scorpio, is that they have seen nothing of you. I feel like you have so much more to give. Whatever situation this is relating to in your life, Scorpio, whether it's in your career or maybe it's in an industry that you want to get into, they've seen nothing yet. Like nothing. Even if you've been doing something for a while, this is an invitation not to play small. This is an invitation to really completely embrace your power and not be afraid of your own power. I feel like a lot of Scorpios are naturally magnetic, and I think that sometimes how freaking magnetic you are can almost scare you. It can almost be intimidating to realize the power that you have to attract certain things into your life on all levels, you know, across the whole spectrum. Like you might, for example, dream about something and then the next day you encounter it. Maybe you dream about somebody that you haven't seen since high school, and then that day you get an email from them and you're like, well, shit, like how did that happen? You're powerful. You are so powerful, and you don't always play the game of life at the level at which you're capable of, Scorpio. This is both a message of encouragement and of admonishment. It's saying, you know, now is the time to really stretch yourself, I think. Now is the time to really, I want to say, enter the ring. And that might sound kind of, I mean, some of these images are almost, you know, with the lion is a very powerful animal, but it's also a predatory animal. And the other message I was getting is like, get your ass in the ring, Scorpio, get in the ring, which is, you know, almost like a fighting ring. But I feel like it's good. It's energizing. It's refreshing to remember the power of who you really are. And it's refreshing to remember that you're so much more capable of what you typically allow yourself to do. This is not a time to play small. This is not a time to shrink back and live in the shadows and do what you've always done. Not saying that you've always done that, but you know, if there's a comfort zone in your life, Scorpio, and you're being really honest with yourself, like, yeah, this is my comfort zone, now's the time to break out of that. And anytime that you break out of your comfort zone, I also want to say that it doesn't have to be this thing where you're out and then you're just out forever. You know, you can venture out of your comfort zone for a little while and then come back into it. And that might make it easier for you to justify this fierceness that I feel coming from you, because there's a fierceness. There's a sense of like, I'm going to take a bite out of life. I want to feel it. I want to feel, you know, the energy of that. And so I think that you will, Scorpio. I think that you will. It's just a matter of reassuring yourself that even if you do, you know, take a bite out of life, and really get fiercely involved in something, put yourself out there, that you're going to be able to have that retreat. So make a promise to yourself, maybe in the beginning of the month. This is how I'm going to replenish. Maybe you're going to replenish by meditating or sitting down with a good book or having time to just relax and watch Netflix with your partner or with a friend. Even just having like one day a week to just chill and do whatever you want, regardless, like without making plans for that day ever, but just really leaving some kind of free space open for yourself, Scorpio. I feel like that's going to give you the reassurance that you're not going to burn out, you're not going to become overwhelmed, you're not going to be doing anything that's too extreme. But I do think it's time. I think it's time that people saw more of you. I think it's time that you shared more of yourself with the world, and whatever, you know, context that's meaningful for you, Scorpio, I hope that that gives you the courage, and that little extra push, you know, to be your fiercest self this month. So let's take a look at your cards and we'll get some more information. Scorpio. Okay. This is a Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. I really love this deck, and I have a link below in the Show More box if you want to check it out, if you're in the market for a new deck. Okay, now let's take a look here. So we've got the dragon and the phoenix. Oh my gosh, two amazing creatures, and I love this reading so far because it really reflects that powerful energy that I was getting in the meditation, and I just think this is gonna be a magical reading, you guys. I can feel it. Feel it. So the dragon is your path. This is about having a deep-seated spiritual awareness that moves beyond the functions of your mind and your intellect. Okay, the dragon is that part of your awareness that is almost like the witnessing consciousness. It's the side of you that no matter what is going on, whether your luck is up or your luck is down or you're stressed out or you're happy and relaxed, this is the part of you that is just raw and aware. Like just no filter, calm, consistently the same, a deep inner awareness of your life that transcends all of your definitions and your belief systems and your concepts and your personality. It transcends all of that. This is the highest degree of your consciousness in the sense that it's totally independent from what happens in your life. So that's the kind of energy that is present within you in March. And this is, again, really powerful because you have the ability to engage with your life in a less reactive way when you have the dragon as your path. You're also knowing your true power. And oh my gosh, I just am getting chills. I'm getting chills because I feel like what's coming to mind is the character from Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen, and her dragons, and just how regal and dignified that character is, and how incredibly exhilarating it is when she's, you know, there's been points in the show where it's like, it's looking pretty bad, you know, it's looking like she's gonna get murdered or she's gonna get attacked or whatever. There's tons of people around that are just like, you know, killing people and stuff. And then her dragons show up at the last second and she jumps on their back and they like carry her out of danger, you know? And there's something so transcendent about that character and the concept, because the deeper metaphorical message of that is that each of us is so freaking powerful within ourselves that it doesn't matter whatever happens in life, whatever anybody else does, whatever misfortunes or challenges we encounter, even things that we think would break our spirit. The truth is they don't, Scorpio. And this is imperviousness to harm with this card. This is radical, like fucking transcendence of whatever difficulties one is going through tapping into that higher awareness that transcends, you know, our small-mindedness in the way that we relate to life on the physical plane. So this is really powerful energy, Scorpio. I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining this, because this is so freaking amazing for you. This is going to be a month where you are literally on fire. You are rising from the ashes of your former self, which is something that all Scorpios do in their lifetime multiple times. Some of us, it seems like it's happened a lot. But with the Phoenix card, it's saying that, you know, this is a time of real personal triumph for you. This is not a time to play small. Looking at these cards, it's so obvious. This is not a time to play small, Scorpio. This is a time to rise. This is a time to show them what you got. So let's take a look at your cards and we'll get some more information. Justice, King of Wands, Page of Cups, the Emperor, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, wow, Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Gorgeous. So I'm loving this reading already for you, Scorpio. I feel like this is really beautiful. We have in the first half of March this decided flavor of self-mastery with Justice and the King of Wands, especially these cards with the Emperor. In the first week of March with the King of Wands and Justice, this is victory over like your internal, I want to say your internal energies, because the Justice card represents equanimity, and it's that, again, hinting at this dragon energy, which is the consciousness, remember, that stays like in an equilibrium no matter what kinds of ups and downs you may be going through in life. This is that insanely powerful, infinitely resourceful, infinitely capable part of you that never backs down from a challenge, is never even afraid of a challenge, doesn't even know what fear is. It's that side of you that's just, you know, heroic, basically. And Scorpios definitely possess that. With the Justice card, it's also the energy of non-reaction, you know, but just being very aware of what's going on around you and not necessarily judging it, but having a discernment about you, having a sense of being able to see the truth. And the King of Wands is our creative aspect. It's also entrepreneurship. It's a natural signifier for entrepreneurship for me. This card also represents people who run their own business or who make their own way in the world in any fashion. So what I get from this is, like, you're with the Justice and the King of Wands in the beginning of March, you're really able to temper your own creative side and direct your own life force in ways that you really want it to go. So I think that it's going to be a really good time for you to begin a new project, I would say, around maybe not exactly the first week of March, but it could be in the first half of March. I see you beginning a new project and taking it really seriously, or entering into just a new professional path in your life with the King of Wands and feeling really passionate and excited about it, but also being very strategic and clear-headed with the Justice card. So this is a recipe for success. I see you looking at an opportunity. I see you seeing a wave coming in, and you can ride that freaking wave, Scorpio. And so this is a success energy. This is a success energy for you in your career and your professional standing. We have the Page of Cups and the Emperor coming in as well in the second week of March, which is the week that we have the full moon in Virgo, which is in your 11th house, symbolically speaking. So this could represent new work connections and professional relationships, or even just like new friends in your life. And Page of Cups and the Emperor could also be pointing to that, because Page of Cups brings in new emotionally satisfying energy, and it's connected to the Emperor, which could be an aspect of you, or it could be a person outside of you, like maybe an older person, or somebody who's a little bit older than you, or somebody who owns their own business, somebody who runs their own company, or has some kind of domicile that they're responsible for with the Emperor. They're like a leader type of person. So it could be like a leader type of person coming into your life, or it could be you creating new relationships in your life, but from an Emperor place where you're self-actualized, you have boundaries, you're clear within yourself about what you want. And the Page of Cups is showing that you're actually still open to forming new connections though, and you're maintaining that lightness of heart with the Page of Cups. You're maintaining that creativity, but you're also, everything that new that comes into your life, you're incorporating it in a way that makes sense with the Emperor. I also feel like there could be an invitation coming to you from someone, Scorpio. There's multiple ways we can look at all combinations of cards, but I see that there could be an invitation coming to you from someone who could be like an older man or an older person with the Emperor. They might be offering to mentor you. They could be offering to train you in a particular industry. They could be offering to give you some kind of a deal where maybe you're going to take on responsibilities or take over their company someday. There could be a lot of ways that this energy could play out, but I see a potential invitation coming from an Emperor type of person, or this is you feeling really solid within yourself and having really clear boundaries, but at the same time still being open to new things and new inspirations and new people coming in. So really strong energy and also really joyful energy for you around that second week of March, which looks really good. In the third week, we have these two knights, and the fourth week, we actually have the Eight of Wands. So with the two knights in the third week, I'm going to say that the third week of March feels like the busiest week for you. So if you are a Scorpio that has a business, for example, maybe try and book a little bit less clients that week, or try and do things going into that week to make your life a little bit easier, because I feel like looking at these cards, you could feel a little bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. But I also kind of get this sense, I can almost hear the horses running with this these two images together. It's like it's a race, kind of like when they open the gates and the horse race begins, and it's just like everybody is clamoring to get out, and you can hear the hooves just beating against the packed earth, and you just get this real powerful sense of momentum. And so I think that maybe this is something for you to fly with, Scorpio. I think maybe this is something for you to engage with and enjoy and see it as fun, see it almost as sport. But yeah, you might be working a lot more. You might be working fast so that you can take advantage of, again, like I was saying before, riding that wave, right? You see a wave, and you see it coming, and you're like, okay, I'm going to set myself up to ride that wave like a surfer. That's the energy, is like swift motion, swift happenings. Things are able to move really quickly. So if there is a creative project, Scorpio, that you're wanting to kind of push through, or if you're like looking to create some kind of big change in a short amount of time, that third week of March is going to be the week to do it, okay? That's what I'm seeing. And I also feel like if you're, for example, if you're a writer, Scorpio, you could set aside like a week in March, potentially around that third week, or maybe even just a weekend, and try and write. I mean, you could try and write like 8,000 words a day, or 10,000 words a day, 12,000 words a day, and you could get it done because you're able to do it. Like the wind is at your back, the conditions are right. And I think that's one of the best things about getting readings like this, or paying attention to readings like this, is because it can give you the awareness of when the energy is ripe for a particular activity, so you can ride that wave and make the most of your efforts. And then when the energy isn't so good for that activity anymore, then you can rest and take a break, and it's a lot, you're not missing a bunch of opportunities. So I think that that's one of the benefits of readings, and that's why I really want to encourage you, like, take that third week of March to do something creative, or to travel, or to start working on a manuscript or whatever, because you're going to be flying through it. You're going to be getting whatever you need to get done, you're going to get it done probably twice or 3 times as fast as you normally do. Now, everything comes to a close, lands smoothly. You're landing this plane smoothly at the end of March with the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So we see that high flying energy taking off in the third week, and then by the end of the month, that energy is landing with the Eight of Wands. And where is it landing? The Queen of Pentacles. So it's value, it's money. This could be a financial revelation for you, Scorpio. This could be doing something in your life that ends up being super rewarding in financial terms with the Queen of Pentacles. She's also a good signifier for me for somebody who works from home, because she's a very domestic card, but she's also very industrious, and she knows how to stretch a buck, but she also is very motivated. You know, she's motivated. She's got ambitions, the Queen of Pentacles. So what I see here is, like, if those of you Scorpios who are trying to get maybe a home-based business off the ground, or if you already have a home-based business and you have a certain financial goal, I think you're going to hit that target by the end of the month. And you might be kind of surprised. You might be like, whoa, you know, that was powerful. I didn't think I could do that. But by the end of the month, I see you having a lot of progress made with the Queen of Pentacles, and I see you kind of landing exactly where you want to. So really beautiful energy. If you've been traveling a lot in March, you could also feel like a sense of comfort when you get home at the end of the month. You could feel like, oh, this is my space. I love it. I feel myself again. I feel like rooted, and you're bringing home something that was worthwhile at the same time. So it's all really good, whether you're traveling or just working really hard in that in the second half of March. I think it's going to be really, really good for you. Whatever you're doing, it's working, Scorpio. So let's take a look at your Bob Ross card. It says, every day is a good day when you paint. So what I get from this is that even though we have such amazing career energy around you, Scorpio, even though you are going to be, you know, moving forward fiercely in your life and making big changes, I think it's also really important that you do some things that are just enjoyable for yourself, and that you try every day and do something just for the pure fun of it. Like every day you paint or every day is a good day when you paint. It's basically saying do something that you love every day just for the sheer pleasure of it. Even if it's, you know, short, even if it's just 20 minutes or an hour or even less than that, try and do something that you love and do it with full kind of gratitude towards yourself, whether that's even doing some yoga or some creative writing or some painting, or doing a reading for yourself, or going for walks. Do something that you really, really love and that lifts you up, because when you do that over time, it kind of protects you from the ill effects of all of this, you know, because this is good. This is moving you where you want to go. You're achieving some element of mastery over yourself or a skill set that you have. You're winning at the game of life, Scorpio. But all this achievement, you know, it can be tiring. So you need to gradually take care of yourself every day so that you're always coming back to your joy, and that makes this type of progress sustainable. Okay, Scorpio, I hope this reading has been helpful to you. I hope it's given you something useful to think about as you go through the month of March. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like to say thank you, you can leave me a little heart emoji comment, or leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts. Comments and any interaction that you do on my videos really helps strengthen the channel, and it shows me that you're engaging with these readings and that you enjoy them. So if you do enjoy it, please go ahead and take a minute to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, or you can make a donation of any amount to my channel. I'll put the link below. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I'm sending you tons of love. I hope you have an awesome month in March. It looks like it's going to be amazing, so go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't play small. Resist the temptation to play small, okay? That's the biggest message here, because you are winning. You're owning it. You're a beast, and I'm excited to see how this plays out for us. Okay, bye, Scorpio. Have an awesome month.